Alrighty, and welcome to another episode of the Primer Podcast. My name's William.
And this is Davis, and we are back at the Galaxy Studio here in Long Beach, California.
And we're pleased to have a guest today. Please introduce yourself.
Ryan Cochran.
From?
Jalopy Journal and the HAMB.
And?
Wouldn't you say that you are the creator for and owner of Atomic Industries?
Yeah, it's basically like a network of sites around do-it-yourself kind of thing. So it's, Jalopy Journal, Ford Barn, Garage Journal, Dogfight Magazine, a few different sites.
And Gear Journal.
Yeah, Gear Journal as well.
What got you started in all this?
I was building a car when I was in college, I guess almost 20 years ago. And I didn't know much about traditional hot rods, so I started the Jalopy Journal to kind of, I guess more than anything, to kind of journalize my efforts in building this car. And then one thing led to another, and then the message board came along, and then I basically taught myself how to build the car by using all the guys on the message board.
And what car was that?
What's that?
What kind of car was that? Like what year?
It was a 38 Ford Coupe. 38. Oh, what year was it? That was 94, I think. Somewhere around there.
So essentially you blogging about your build turned into a forum? Did you?
Yeah, when I first started, I was basically just, posting pictures of what I was doing and things like that. I mean, I lived in Oklahoma City at the time, and there's not much of a traditional hot rod scene there. And so, I didn't know what I was doing. I'm still not all that mechanically inclined. And I basically used all those guys on the message board to, teach me how to build a car. So, and that's basically where it started.
Did you code that yourself?
Yeah. Well, back then, yeah, it was all my own code. And then as the internet developed, people started developing a message board software and things like that. And what I use now is kind of a heavily hacked version of a piece of software called vBulletin.
So. And, do you have your own server?
Yeah, I've got a kind of a server farm that's actually not too far from you guys in Long Beach. And then a backup center in Atlanta. So it's like 20 different servers all over the place.
Wow.
Yeah, because I've never had any problem, with like your site crashing or anything like that.
You've been lucky because it happens quite a lot.
Oh, really? Wow. So the Jalopy Journal created the HAMB. How did you get into all these other ones?
I really liked what I was doing, and I saw, like, for instance, the Garage Journal. At the time, I was building a garage, and I stumbled upon the Garage Journal, which was at the time called Garage Junkies, and it was ran by another college kid, and he was getting tired of doing it, and so I took it over for him. And then the next thing I know, Ford Barn, the person that was running that was getting sick of doing it, so I took that over. I've never really gone out looking for anything to acquire. It just sort of kind of falls into my lap. And the next thing I know, I'm running 5 different sites. So,
How do you have time for all that? It's not just you then taking care of all these sites.
No, I have a technical guy that helps me on the technical side. I have a hosting company that does a lot of basically server optimization and that kind of thing. And then I have 2 guys that help me write on the Jalopy Journal, Jay and Joseph. And I have a ton of moderators that donate their time and help me out there. But it's my full-time job. I do it every day, all day.
Oh, okay. That's what I was going to ask.
Yeah. I usually get to work around 7 in the morning, and I get home around 5:30, and spend that time with my kids, and I get back to work probably about 9 at night. So it's a pretty full-time job.
But I guess on the positive, you make your own hours. That the internet doesn't sleep, and there's always something to do with all these forums and websites. So I understand.
Yeah, like right now, I'm at the beach for a month, which I couldn't do that with any other job,
Exactly.
But I just load up all the computer stuff, and here I am. So.
Then, since you called it a job, do you get your revenue from advertisers?
Yeah, advertisers, the alliance mainly, and different events we do.
Like I saw the ham drags are coming up.
Yeah, that's in August 17th.
And where will that be?
That's in Joplin, Missouri, in this little drag strip just outside of Joplin, actually. It's pretty much unchanged since the 50s. So it's like this really traditional track with this really great owner that lets us run whatever we want. And it's pretty bitchin' drag race. Like, I don't know if there's anything else like it in the country.
There's another one for our list.
Yeah, exactly.
It's things like, that they have nostalgia drags in California and, the Hot Rod Reunion and stuff like that. And it's bitching because it's all these badass race cars, running 8s and 9s. But the ham drags is more like hot rods and like really traditional hot rods and some race cars that, probably wouldn't pass tech anywhere else. These cars don't get a lot of opportunity to run down the quarter mile. And here they do. And so it's really cool. And it's a lot of fun.
How many years have you been doing that?
I think this is the 12th or 13th year.
Oh, wow. And it grows every year, I bet, too.
We cap it at 200 cars. So, like 3 years ago, we capped pre-regs at 200 cars and still took registrations at the track. And it got insane. Like, it was just way too big and not fun at all. The pits were too packed. I mean, it was just crazy. So from that point on, we capped it at 200 at pre-registration. We don't take registration at the track at all. And the whole goal, the idea is not to make money at all. The whole goal is to keep it small and fun. And so long as guys can get 4 or 5 passes in a day, it's cool. But if you get over that 200 car mark, guys are lucky to get 2 passes in. You can't walk around the pits, and it just gets too crazy. So we actually work pretty hard to keep it fairly small.
And what are the year cutoff for that?
It's 65 and under.
There you go.
Yeah.
I've got a 68.
Yeah, but you're not gonna. Would you drive to Missouri with the Galaxy?
No, not with the price of gas.
Yeah.
So, what other events do you put on?
We do the Hot Rod Revolution in Austin, which is in November, and it's a really small, super traditional car show. Like 150, 200 cars again that we do at a military base. And then we have our buddies, and we kind of help with is the Lone Star Roundup in Austin, which is gigantic.
Yeah, I've heard about that. Yeah.
And I guess that's really about it.
Are the as far as the drags, is it a flagman start or is it an actual tree?
We do every now and then. We'll do a flagman start, randomly throughout the day. But for the most part, it's a tree.
Right on.
So, but it's a cool tree. At least it's a really old one.
So, outside of working on the site constantly, what are some of your cars? What are some of your projects?
I've got a Model A coupe that Keith Tardell built. I've got my 38, which I built, and now Keith is rebuilding. And I've got a 65 Buick Riviera. That's kind of a survivor car.
And your family's all okay with this?
Yeah. I mean, yeah, it puts food on the table, so.
Hey, there you go.
Yeah, you got to be cool with it. So, yeah, it's all good.
Any good junkyards in Texas?
Not really. I mean,
Really?
I kind of feel like junkyards and swap meets have kind of gone the way of the internet,
Right.
Like I still love going to swap meets and junkyards when I can find them. And there is one great one in Texas in Wellington, Owen Salvage. It's amazing. I've never seen anything like it, actually.
That's the one that's like miles.
Yeah, it's in the middle of nowhere.
Right. Okay. And if you don't know where you're going, it's real easy to get lost.
Yeah, you probably wouldn't find it if you don't know where you're going. Yeah, it's tough. But I mean, once you do find it, it's incredible, and it's ran by a great guy.
Yeah. Fish and I went there.
Oh, that's where you got the grill?
Yeah. No, not the grill. We were looking for the body, the shell.
Oh, 41.
Yeah.
Right.
But it was too rusted out.
Oh.
But
Yeah.
that place is amazing.
Yeah, I mean, just like I'll call Bob and ask for something random, and he'll be like, "Yeah, I got it. I'll ship it to you tomorrow." I mean, like a clamshell bucket for 65 Riviera. Yeah, I've got a few of those. I'll send you one. It's like, I mean, who else has that kind of stuff? So it's pretty cool.
And so, what got you into cars?
I grew up in a racing family. So, I mean, as young as I can remember, I was going to races and then started racing. And then I was in Europe racing when I saw a 34 Ford three-window that was really traditionally built. And I had no idea what it was. And that's kind of what got me into it, was just seeing that car on the streets. And I came home, and that's when I started on the 38.
What kind of racing? Was it road course or drag racing? Or
I started go-kart racing when I was 9 or 10.
There you go.
And then we did some drag racing pretty early. And then I went to Europe and did some open wheel racing for a couple of years. And then came back here and continued drag racing and circle track racing and stuff like that when I was in college. And then once I went to grad school, I really haven't done any racing at all since then.
But you have a degree.
I do some late model stuff now, but.
What do you have a degree in?
I have an undergraduate degree in marketing and visual communications, and then my graduate degree is in MBA in e-commerce.
Right on. Wow, fits right
yeah,
in.
I was
actually using your degree, man. So, I want to get back to the HAMB. The HAMB is essentially a community. How does it feel to create this community?
I mean, people ask that quite a bit, and it's not. I didn't really create it so much as I just created a message board, and all these other thousands of people created the community. So it's like I don't really take responsibility for that so much. I mean, I have to deal with the crap a lot of the times.
Yeah.
That comes along with it, but as far as the good parts, like. That's not me being brilliant in creating it and seeing all this happening. Is just luck, really. Like, I was just the right place at the right time, and it worked.
Yeah, but you kept with it, though, and you...
Oh, yeah. I mean, I've worked my ass off, but lots of people work their asses off, I just got the right idea at the right time. I mean, if I hadn't have done the HAMB, somebody would have done a message board eventually, at some point in time. So it's... I'm pretty lucky, I guess.
Because,
amen.
Yeah, because I mean, when we go to events and see that HAMB banner, it's like, oh, someone to talk to. And everyone's always been pretty cool.
Yeah, for the most part, yeah.
Yeah.
We got some
99.9% of the people are golden.
And we got some good cookies from Bad Bob last time.
Yeah. Bob's awesome.
Yeah, he's a good guy.
So Ryan, I'm gonna change gears. Where do you see hot rodding for somebody who's 12, 16 years old, starting high school? Do you see anything in the industry for that, or any younger kids?
That's an awesome question, and I worry about that quite a bit. Not just for my business, but just for like hot rodding in general. But like every now and then I'll see something that just like, that's awesome. Like just actually this last week, there was a guy he started a build thread on his F100, and he joined the HAMB like 3 years ago when he was 12 years old. Now he's 15 or 16, and he has a build thread, and it's this really traditional little pickup that's cool as hell. And it's like he's growing up on the HAMB, which is pretty awesome to see. I hope there's more of that. But like if you go to our events, like the HAMB drags, and there's some pretty young guys out there doing it, which is neat to see. When I first got into this, I was 18, 19 years old, and it seemed like all of us were 18, 19 years old and building cars. And I'm not around that age group enough to know if the scene is still as strong at that age, And there's the whole rat rod thing, which also kind of skews stuff. And, a younger guy that doesn't have the skills or the experience to build something real nice can easily fall into the trap of his car being labeled a rat rod and then, moving from there, which there's good and bads, I guess, from that.
Yeah, because we've also, we've been talking to other people, and even like you just mentioned the F-Series truck, that when these cars get older, there become fewer and fewer, and then the price tag goes up for any parts, and then suddenly those younger generations can't really afford to go out and buy like a 38 Ford.
Yeah.
And
I mean, the whole reason my car's a 38 Ford is because all I could afford that was an early 30s Ford, you know?
Exactly.
Like, that's the ugliest early 30s Ford made, was a 38. But it's mine, so. But yeah, you're right, and it's cool though, because there are these little jewels out there of cars that are undervalued and underappreciated that kids can jump into, and a great example is that late '50s Ford pickup. Those are neater than hell, and they're pretty cheap, you know.
Not around here.
Are they not?
No.
In Texas, man, they're surprising. Like, you know, $3,500 can get you a good runner, you know, in Texas.
Yeah. That wouldn't get you much. You know, in the way of a 50s pickup.
Wow. I spent $200 on that 59.
Yeah, well, how many years ago was that?
Oh, that was like 6 years, 5 years.
Yeah.
You're right.
I get around here, it's not as affordable for a young kid coming in.
Yeah. You have to, I think that the best deals aren't advertised. You have to find the one that's in somebody's backyard that's just labeled as junk, you know, because the people who are at the, you know, swap meets and stuff are saying this is the newest hottest thing, and you know, or you hear the Barrett Jackson auction, and there you go. So it's going to be interesting in the next, I'd say definitely within the next 10 years.
It's almost scary what could happen, because I fear, you know, this whole hobby is potentially going to die out.
I mean, it could. There's just so many really passionate people around it. I like to think there's some way that, you know, that it'll always have a future. So I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah, we'll definitely see.
But I mean, people have been saying it's going to die for quite a while. I know, like in the 70s in the oil crisis, if you read some of those, you know, hot rod magazines, you know, there was one cover title that was "This is the End." You know, so I think for a long time people have been speculating that, but it hasn't happened yet.
That's true.
And I mean, that's one of the great things about Brookville, right? Like, we would have ran out of 32 Roadster bodies by now, I think, and thanks to Brookville, which, you know, I know the reproduction bodies, but they're steel and they're nice, and I don't know. To me, it's efforts like that that'll keep it alive.
That's true. I mean, there's other companies. I think somebody else is making a 40 Ford body as well, and not to mention
right.
all
But
the
I think
frames.
they gave up on that. I think they canceled that project. He'd been working on it for like 20 years.
Oh.
And I think like in the last 6 months that they decided not to do it anymore.
But it's priced just like a new car, you know, get all the options you want, and put your Chevy LS1 engine in it and call it a day.
Yeah.
Start the payment plan.
Yeah. Which there's something a little gross about that, but I mean, at the same time, like, I have a really good friend in Austin that he's 70-something years old, and he literally drives his car at least 4 or 5 times a year to California. His house is probably 100 miles from my office. He's there once a week to eat lunch, and he drives his car everywhere. And it's, you know, it's a traditional looking 32, but it's got a late model Hemi with an alternator and a 9-inch Ford and disc brakes and radial tires. And it's like, when the guy drives it that much, who cares? You know what I mean? Like, it's just damn cool if he's willing to sacrifice and drive, you know, in the Texas heat as much as he does. It's pretty bitchin'.
I noticed, was it dogfightmag.com?
Yeah.
That's one of your newer endeavors, isn't it?
Yeah, it's sort of in beta. It's me and a buddy named John Joyo, who also has some late model interest, and we decided just to do it to see what would happen. And we haven't had a whole lot of time to put towards it, but it's fun.
And what is that one? What's the plans for that? You know, as far as the focus.
there aren't a whole lot of plans for it yet. We're just kind of going with emotion, but the focus is really late model hot rods. An example is I've always had this thing in my head where if you look at Hot Rod Magazine in the golden era, like the 50s and early 60s, a lot of times they were taking late model cars and hot rodding them and making them faster than, the exotic cars of the period. And when I look at that and I look at Hot Rod now and it's all 68, 69 Camaros, it's like, why don't they do something like take, a 2005 Corvette and, hot rod the out of it and make it run with the Ferrari 458 Italia, that kind of thing. Like, you could build a supercar for very little cash outlay as compared to a 458, and it's hot rodding. And there's nothing really out there that does that successfully, and neither does Dogfight yet. But it's just something that's always been kind of in my mind, I guess. I like late model sports cars. I don't have as big of a passion for them as early Fords and hot rods and customs, but I do love them.
So you're like the newer Mopar stuff that's coming out and things like that.
What's that?
You're talking about like the new muscle cars, the Mopars, the Mustang, things like that.
Yeah, I mean, some of those cars that are great platforms for just hot rodding, and Hot Rod does they do a lot of Mustang and a lot of Camaro stuff, but you don't see them doing stuff like taking a 10-year-old Corvette, taking modern technology to it, taking it to the next level, and road testing it versus some $1 million supercar. You don't see that a lot, and it's totally doable for relatively a low cash outlay. So it's interesting to me that nobody really covers modern hot rodding anymore. I'm not into import tuners, so maybe they do in their publications and their online stuff. I don't know, but I mean, I'm not passionate about that stuff or into it at all, so I don't really read much about it. But I mean, I get hot rod and I know what they do and what they don't do, and it just seems like would be something cool if someone got into it. I have a neighbor actually that has a '84 Ferrari 308 with a mid-mounted small block Chevy and no glass in it and a roll cage and no interior. And the thing is badass. And it's like, I wish I had some place to cover that car because it's so cool. And that's one of the reasons I started Dogfight, is because I wanted to feature that car.
Gotcha. So what's in the future for Atomic Industries?
You're breaking up. I didn't hear that one.
Sorry. What's in the future for Atomic Industries?
Probably continued focus on Jalopy Journal with I don't plan on getting much bigger. I don't have any great aspirations really. I just want to go to work every day and have fun. So I'm just now starting to focus a lot on mobile media. So making the forum way more accessible from phones. Making image uploading a lot easier from phones, that kind of thing. So that from a technical standpoint, I'm doing a lot of mobile development right now for stuff that's coming. But beyond that, a lot of it is just stay on the road I'm on,
Sounds awesome.
Yeah, it's just deliver a good product and people will keep coming back.
Got anything else?
I don't have anything else.
That's the idea.
Well, Ryan, really appreciate you taking some time and talking with us.
Yeah.
Yeah, right on. So where's the other guy? Where's he talking from? Is he in that same room?
Yeah. Sorry, it's on a laptop.
Yeah, I'm over here.
Oh, right on. Okay.
Where's that other guy?
I was totally confused. And what's the car behind y'all?
68 Galaxy.
Oh, right on. Cool. Yeah, I like the setup. That's kind of a cool studio. So
it's my garage.
Now I've got questions and answers. Yeah. So now I have questions for you guys.
Sure, man.
So when I'm into podcasts in general. I don't know if you guys heard of This American Life.
Yes.
It's a NPR. I love that damn thing. I mean, I listen to that thing religiously every Monday. And I'd heard another hot rod podcast, which totally turned me off on the medium, at least for hot rods. And then I just stumbled upon you guys like 2 or 3 weeks ago. I think somebody had posted a link to you guys, and I listened to a few, and I actually like it's good because it's more of a conversation,
right?
Than it is like egos going back and forth. You know what I mean? It's pretty. It's good.
Yeah, I think I know which podcast you're talking about. And you nailed it with conversation, because that's like when we talk to people, it's like, no, it's not really an interview. We're just going to talk, have a conversation, see what's going on.
Yeah, we really don't have any notes. I don't have any notes today. We just...
Yeah, that's good.
Let it fly.
Yeah, right on. Anyway, like, if you guys ever want to do, interview somebody, I'd love, like, somebody that I know something about, I would love to be in on it and help you guys with the conversation.
Anytime.
So if you guys line anybody up, mess with me, give me a call, let me know, and I'll get on with you guys.
Sure.
We'll wrap.
We also just figured out...
Have you ever thought about doing a video podcast?
We both have full-time jobs, so it's...
We can do it.
You're already doing it, though, right? With Skype, pretty much.
Yeah, well, this is...
It doesn't have to be some super uber-produced piece, but just like... Right.
We don't want that at all.
If somebody listened to this shit, like, just saw what I'm seeing and what you're seeing, like, that's pretty interesting to me. Like, to put faces to the voices.
Oh, absolutely, because how many members are on the HAMB?
It's fuzzed out. But I don't know. I think it'd be bitching.
But face to hot rodding. I mean, it's the internet. We're a community, and we can't hear anybody, so it's different.
Yeah. See, this is only our third time using Skype. You're the second interview.
This is my first time. Yeah. I installed it on my iPad about 15 minutes before we started. So.
Hey.
Yeah.
So for us, it's getting the technology to work. I mean, it took me 20 minutes just to get this set up, so that I'm actually recording this in GarageBand, through mixers and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
But other than that, it's just us. We're not paying anybody, and nobody's paying us, so we just try to work on our cars and do our stuff and just talk to people. Everyone's got a learning curve, and it's been pretty cool.
I like it. It's bitchin'.
Cool.
So,
You've been doing it for a couple of years now, right? Right?
Yeah, 2 years.
It'll be 2 years in September.
Right. Oh, yeah.
Well, no, that's when we came up with the idea.
Yeah. We came up with the idea in a motel room at Ventura for the Primer Nationals, or the Ventura Nationals as they call it now. So.
Yeah, having a few beverages and looking at pictures, and it was like, what is that? How can we find out? And how do we talk to this guy?
Some guys they'll just walk up to you and start talking to you. If you take 10 photos of their car, or you ask them something, but they'll just start talking and talking and talking, but then when you ask them, hey, can I interview? They go, I don't have anything to talk about.
Yeah.
It's kind of weird, but people have been really cool, so we're just seeing what happens next.
Yeah. And we've met some great people.
Oh,
been to some really great shows, because of it,
Yeah. Do you have any idea what kind of listeners, what the numbers you guys are getting?
Not enough.
Yeah, not enough.
It's amazing. I was looking at some analytics the other day, and last month we got more downloads from Germany than the United States.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. We also contribute to online magazines when we go out to these events, and I shoot 500 photos, and we do a little quick write-up, and we're being printed in Germany, and it's all in German, this little hot rod book that this guy puts out, and he's really into like customized bicycles as well, so, and tattoos. So it's all in German, and I just give it to him. So
Yeah.
we'll see.
We get stickers out of it.
Yeah.
Stupid little stickers. But it's all cool. So there's niche audiences out there. Hot rods are super hot in New Zealand, Australia.
Yeah.
That's probably our number 2 and 3 visitors to our website.
Really? Yeah, I went to Australia last year, and it was pretty amazing, actually.
Yeah. They love hot rods out there, and I'm sure maybe you've heard of Hot Rod New Zealand magazine.
Sure.
They're super hot over there. So, yeah, we'll see, man. But I think print's shrinking, and I think the online magazines are going to be the way to go.
The print's dead, dude. It's gnarly how bad print is. I mean, it's gnarly.
Taking it in the ass.
So, again, Ryan, thanks for talking with us. What's the best way for someone to get to all your sites?
AtomicIndustry.com is sort of a listing of them all. If you're a hot rod guy, JalopyJournal.com is the one you're going to want to look at.
And that will get you to the Ford Barn, the Garage Journal, Gear Journal.
Yeah, it's kind of a keyway to all of them.
Do you do social media?
No, not really. I mean, I have a Facebook account for me personally, but I'm pretty close to getting rid of it too. But yeah, I don't do a lot of it.
Okay. Well, awesome. So until next time, my name's William.
This is Davis, and
this is Ryan Cochran. We'll catch y'all next time.
No one to choose, but there'll be no more crying.
We'll catch you later.
All right,
Hey, if you enjoyed this podcast, why not check out some of our sponsors?